Beautiful sunny day for Section 5 4A softball on CCX Sports. A first-round game, the Irondale Knights, the number 6 seed against number 3 Maple Grove. Softball coming up next here on CCX.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Well, the rain has finally cleared here after a couple of tough days that forced postponements to this first round of the Section 5 4A tournament. We are at Maple Grove High School for Irondale versus Maple Grove. As we said, a number 6 seed visiting a number 3, and we've got much better conditions than we've had. The field has dried out enough to play. They had to do some extra work to it, certainly, but 62 and mostly sunny as we get set to play this first round contest here. And always exciting time, section play. You know, you get that regular season out of the way. Both teams, Irondale with 3 wins coming in. They did win their last regular season game. They play in their very tough Suburban East Conference, which had some great teams in it, and then Maple Grove playing in the Northwest Suburban, which has some excellent teams. They've also played some really tough non-conference teams, so maybe not quite the record that they sometimes have been accustomed to having, but definitely both are battle-tested here. It's not going to be a big surprise to see a good team on the other side of the field today for either team.
Yeah, Jay, I think they're both probably just chomping at the bit to get going here. Last weekend, you're probably thinking, okay, we're going to have good practice on Monday, start playing on Tuesday, and now we're not until Thursday, and they haven't been able to probably get on the fields, just in the gyms and in the batting cages and that kind of stuff the last couple of days. But just want to get it started and see how this section tournament goes.
Jim Coltus, saying what a lot of coaches feel like. Since everybody makes the playoffs, the regular season, I mean, sure, it matters, but you also kind of want to use it to find out where everybody is, what kind of batting order you should, just figure your team out and be peaking at the right time is more important really than what your actual record ends up to be. As you look there at Jim, who's had some great success here at Maple Grove, obviously.
Yeah, I think a lot of the coaches are realizing that what happens at the last couple weeks of the season is more important than the first couple of weeks, and the regular season is now becoming like a preseason, like you said. Figure out what I've got, what I can do against certain teams, and most importantly, find my pitching and catching combination, as we know in softball that is very top priority for really good teams.
Kyle Livengood, first-year head coach for the Knights. He's been an assistant for the last 3 years as well. Here's a look at his order today. Leah Cloutier, the left fielder, will lead it off. Adalia Eames at first base, then Maria Walsh in center. Audrey Smith, the catcher. Archer Norman, the shortstop. Mia Simmons, the second baseman. Maria Myers in right. Ellis Norman at third base. And Katie Buchanan, the designated player for the Knights. And defensively from Maple Grove, Lauren Beisel, Sarah Zimmerman, Ruby Goet, and Izzy Vitens around the infield. Lexi Haug, Emily Gornick, Jordan Brewston in the outfield. Ava Eiley catching, and doing the pitching for the Crimson is Merritt Wahlberg. Cloutier stepping in. Rip and a miss at the first pitch, 0-1. Leah hitting 132 this year, but does have 5 runs scored, a couple of doubles. That one just outside, 1-1. And that one not a real sure of herself looking swing there for Leah.
First inning is kind of always a feeling out process between the pitchers and the hitters and figuring out what the umpire's zone is going to be for today.
Close one there for Wahlberg, but taken for a ball. 2-2. High and in with that one now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, you'd have to guess these teams aren't particularly familiar with each other. The regular season's short enough that you don't have a ton of room for non-conference play, and did not face each other. That one grounded foul down toward third.
Yeah, and even as I was looking at both of their schedules this year, there wasn't even a lot of common opponents because of the big conference-centric regular season schedules.
And this one driven out to right center, and it's going to be down for a hit, so a good battle, and Leah Cloutier wins it for the Knights. Coming through with a 3-2 single to right center field, and they start the game with a base hit. And Coach Lippengud was saying, they know they're the underdog coming in, certainly, but at the same time, he said, we've been on the field with Forest Lake and Stillwater and teams like that, so, it's not going to overwhelm us. Eames stepping in and fouls this one back. She is a young player who's really had a breakthrough year for them. A .439 average, 3 doubles, 6 runs batted in. It's been a very pleasant surprise for them. That's a strike as well.
Yeah, Coach Lippengud said she made a jump from the C squad last year and become their best hitter and a very driven player. So she's made a big improvement over 1 year.
Pounding this one to second. Tag made, and there's a double play. Goette handled that one flawlessly. I guess if you're Irondale, you're hoping that runner maybe could somehow avoid the tag or even put the brakes on. But she tried to see if she could get past her quick, and it didn't work.
Yeah, you have to go really fast or stop. Kind of not in between, but good awareness by Goette to make that play.
Maria Walsh is the batter now for Irondale. She's had a pretty nice year with the bat as well. .393 average, 4 doubles, a triple, a couple of home runs, and 7 runs batted in. So the 2, 3, 4 spots are hitters who've done pretty well for them. Overall, their hitting stats not overwhelming, but again, they've been facing a lot of good teams too.
Right. And once you get into sections, sometimes just you can bunch your good hitters together and have a couple of good innings makes a difference, especially if you can hold the other team down.
Late swing there by Walsh. Wahlberg's done the bulk of the pitching for Maple Grove, although Jordan Brewston has pitched a fair amount as well. Rip and a miss there by Walsh. Had a full cut but didn't get it. 2-2 count here to the Knights center fielder, their number 3 hitter in their order. Base is now empty with 2 outs after that double play. And this one lifted out to left and hit pretty well. And it will get to the fence on a bounce, and it is a stand-up double for Maria Walsh. So like her teammate Leah Cloutier, falling behind in the count, but still staying confident up there, and goes opposite field to drive this one over the left fielder's head.
Yeah, nice head down, driving it the way the pitch came. Makes that double play a couple batters ago look really big.
Audrey Smith stepping in here for the Knights. Takes that one low and in. Smith hitting .320 on the year. 3 doubles, a triple, 5 runs batted in. Overall, they've had some trouble scoring. And this one is going to be fouled on the left field line. A slicing liner that obviously wasn't going to be within reach for anybody to make a catch on, but it ends up about 5 feet foul.
Yeah, it was just a few feet away from being back-to-back doubles there, but try to put one in play in fair territory this time.
Hits it hard, but on one hop right at Goette, and Smith is retired 4-3. So the Knights do get a couple of base hits, no runs, 2 hits, and they leave 1. So we've completed a half inning here at Maple Grove, and the Knights nothing, and the Crimson getting set to come up. Here's a look at how things shake out this year in a pretty good Section 5 4A tournament. Got Centennial as the number 1 seed this year, with Champlain Park second. Knights are the 6th seed, Maple Grove is 3, and then defending section and state champ Rogers only the 5th seed. They're playing against Spring Lake Park today, so it's a pretty good section. I think it's, maybe not considered like the very best, but it's certainly a very good one and pretty deep one this year. Here's a look at the lineup for the Crimson. Ruby Goette, the second baseman, leads it off, then Jordan Brewston in right. Lauren Beisel at third, Ava Eiley the catcher, Emily Gornick in center, Lexi Haug in left field, Sarah Zimmerman at short. Lily Nelson now is officially listed as the pitcher in their lineup. It's a way to substitute differently, and Wahlberg is listed as the designated player. And defensively for the Knights, Norman and Norman on the left side, Simmons and Eames at second and first. Gautier, Walsh, and Myers in the outfield. Audrey Smith, a left-handed catcher. And then we've got Annalise Foley doing the pitching for Irondale. She has pitched the majority of their innings, throwing 80 innings. And ERA obviously a little higher than you'd love to see, but a quality pitcher for them, and struck out 49 hitters this year. Her main job just to try and keep this one close, keep their team in it, give them a chance. I would say that top of the first inning already shows that they're capable of putting the ball in play with some authority, whether it leads to runs or not. I thought that was a pretty decent first inning for them, actually.
Yeah, that was excellent. I mean, they've shown that they have hit off some of the better pitchers based on the strength of their conference, and not intimidated by number 1 pitchers on any of these high-ranked teams. So it bodes well for their offense.
Goette stepping in. She is hitting .414 coming into the playoffs and nearly getting on base half the time, a .477 on base percentage. Takes that one also for a ball.
I would guess that Irondale's plan coming in here is to not walk anybody, play flawlessly in the field, and try to scratch a few runs across. So we'll see if the defense can hold up to that goal.
Taken for a strike. And this one lifted to short left, and it's going to be in for a hit. It spins away toward the line. Goette, a big turn, but she's going to hang on at first base with a leadoff single. Nice piece of hitting there, much like we saw from Irondale. Ability to use the whole field as she just slapped that one down the left field line. And it's spinning away. It gave a little trouble out there in left to Cloutier, but she was able to recover enough to keep her at first. Jordan Brewston, the hitter. Takes that one for a strike. Jordan hitting at .304 for the Crimson. See if they get anything going in terms of a runner trying to move up or hit and run or even sacrifice. Yeah, she did bunt at that one and fouls it away.
You and I have been around Jim Coltis for enough time to know that he likes to jump ahead and get ahead of it. And using the bunt and steal is one of his favorite tools.
Time called here, and you kind of tailor it to what you think's going to work against certain opponents too. I think and this one hit hard to short. A nice backhand play. They get the out at second. Wow, that was well done at short there by Archer Norman. I thought that ball was going to be a base hit, but she not only backhanded it, but then kept her composure on the throw down to second as well.
Yeah, that was a very athletic play by the shortstop, and presence of mind enough to get the lead runner too as well.
I was thinking, you can't always read that much into it, but watching their infield, outfield, I thought they do look competitive and solid, maybe more than that record looks like. Lauren Beisel is the hitter, and this one will be foul down the right field line. Beisel hitting .390 coming in. And I tell you, it makes a pitcher feel better about, okay, maybe they hit the ball hard occasionally, but if I have defenders behind me who are making plays, I can live with that.
Yeah, it looks like she's a control pitcher, not a strikeout pitcher, so she can need a defense to back her up.
Runner is going, throw down, not going to be in time. Didn't seem like Irondale was real quick to react. I didn't hear a lot of chatter about the runner going, so Brewston's able to swipe it, and catcher Smith got a little bit of a late throwaway, and it was high. I don't think they would have gotten her even with a perfect throw there, though. And this one is driven hard out to right field, and it's going to be down for a hit. It'll score the first run. Beisel digging into second. She has a double. Brewston is in. It's 1-0 Crimson. That ball well struck out to right field by Beisel, and she knew right away that that one was most likely not going to be caught and ran hard into second.
Yeah, she went nicely with that, extended her arms, hit it well into the gap, easily scored from second, and just replaced her at second now and still got the rally going.
Ava Eiley is the hitter, and that one in the dirt. I like the way she was thinking extra bases right off the bat. Some people will kind of be like, well, I'm going to wait and see, watch if they catch it or not. And nope, she was running hard right from the get-go.
Yeah, she's running hard. I think she knew she probably could get a double, but maybe she's going to get an extra base if they fumble it or something.
Taken inside for a ball. Eiley hitting at .364. Yeah, especially when you hit the ball to right field, you're thinking, could be looking at third if everything pans out, and even if it doesn't, you still are safely in at two. This one lifted a long way down the line and left, but it's foul. Just hitting the fence, wasn't quite over and not quite fair, but that one is still one that kind of gets your attention if you're the pitcher, as Eiley hit it a long way.
Yeah, I think the Crimson are right on her pitches right now. They're hitting the ball hard, even when they're making outs, they're hitting the ball hard.
Oops, that one slipped out of the hands of Foley there and kind of rolled in. Might have hit her hip with that a little bit as she spun the arm through. 3-1. This one grounded to third. Throw across a little high, but they still get the out. Runner Beisel does move up after kind of being looked back, but that's almost impossible play to keep her at second if it's a good base runner there. So they get the runner over, but Eiley is out 5-3 for the second out, and Emily Gornick will be the batter. Again, well done defensively there as Ellis Norman sure-handed on that one.
Yeah, you'll definitely take the out for the base at that point. With two outs, whether she's on third or second, not that much of a difference.
Gornick sitting at .218 for the Crimson. They've got one in, but they'd love to get that second run in. Runner at third with two outs. And Gornick, as I said, the average not real high, but being that she's number 5 in their order, that tells me their coaches are confident that maybe she's a better hitter than what that number shows. Ooh, chased one there.
Looks like she was a little over anxious there to drive in that second run that she and everyone else knows is an important run if you can get it here with two outs.
Lifting this one to short center field, and playable and caught for Walsh. So the Crimson are done in the first. They do get one run on 2 base hits, no errors, and they leave one. We've played one inning here in the Section 5 4A tournament. Maple Grove 1 and Irondale 0.
At Top Line Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Top Line member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Nice crowd on hand for this one as Maple Grove leading Irondale 1-0 heading to the second. Archer Norman, the shortstop, leading it off here for the Knights. Fouls this one back. They got a couple of nice hits in the first inning. They didn't end up scoring, partially because of a double play, but overall, I thought, again, did a decent job of hitting. Archer's hitting .220, but does have 6 runs scored, 6 driven in for Irondale. Wahlberg with a changeup and a little soft liner right at third base, and Beisel didn't have to move for that one. So Simmons will be the hitter. Simmons struggled at the plate this year. 3 hits for the season, also has walked 4 times. Takes that one for a ball. That one's over for a strike.
If you're Irondale, you want to get something going every inning here. Even with 1 out, you don't want to give up on this inning. So it's a big at bat here for me.
Cut and a miss on a pitch in on the hands, and it's 1-2. And a called third strike. Wahlberg not wasting one there. Comes in, and Simmons, I think, maybe not getting a pitch in the location she expected. It certainly looked very much like a strike, and it was.
Yeah, the second time through here, you got to start figuring out what the pitcher's strike zone is and the umpire's strike zone. And I think the pitcher and the umpire on the outside corner are in agreement at this point.
Maria Myers taking that one high for a ball. Maria hitting .256 on the year. 1 double, 1 triple. Scored 4 runs. Out in front of that changeup.
This is the second time I've watched Wahlberg pitch, and her changeup looks very similar to a fastball coming out of her hand. That's a very good way to do it.
And there it is again, a swinging strike. Yeah, and it's not these. Some people have a changeup that's like incredibly slow. That if you're not fooled entirely, you can still hit. But you're right, hers. That's the biggest key to that, is making it all look the same. Then comes back and blows it by her for the strikeout. Great inning for Wahlberg. No runs, no hits, and no one left for the Knights. We go to the bottom of 2, still 1-0 Crimson.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
Welcome back. Some Canine fans here as well for this one. It's the Section 5 4A tournament. Look at the nice outfield pictures here. They've spruced things up around. A lot of construction around here, both at the high school and on the roads around, but really nice softball field here at Maple Grove. Lexi Howard, the left fielder, leading it off for the Crimson in the bottom of the second. Changeup from Foley is over for a strike.
That was a nice pitch to start the inning with. Get ahead with a quality pitch.
Haug hitting .385. Yeah, some additions going on both to the building and then also some extra parking being added. Some little roads in and out, I think, are being changed around a little bit here as well. So this, obviously this school has continued to grow, so they needed more room. There's a strike.
And just to follow that up with them building another brand new elementary school just north of here for the district. There's a big pipeline still coming to Maple Grove High School.
That one in the dirt from Foley, 2-2. Haug, Zimmerman, and Nelson scheduled to bat here for Maple Grove in the bottom of the second. Just missed with that one, and it's 3-2. Those are the kind that you say good eye when they call it a ball, and if they call it a strike, you say, come on, you got to be protected.
Yeah, a couple inches makes a difference in everyone's perspective.
And a cut and a miss, and nice pitch by Foley as she comes back to win that battle with her first strikeout. And Sarah Zimmerman will be the hitter. Kept that ball down, and Haug unable to get to it. Zimmerman, a .245 average coming in. Looks at a strike. Ooh, hit hard back up the middle, and then it off second base. It'll be a single for Zimmerman. That's the kind where if you're Foley, I think you're probably glad it didn't hit you. I mean, yeah, you'd like to make a play, but chances are you're going to get hit in the knee or the shin or ankle or something and maybe do more damage than it would be worth trying to knock that one down.
Yeah, you don't want your number one pitcher getting one off the shin and have to adjust her pitching style.
Lily Nelson taking a strike here. She's hitting at .467 and second on the team with .996 OPS. Big, strong left-hand hitter. Takes that one down low.
Looks to me like Foley is getting comfortable now, concentrating on throwing strikes and trying to keep the ball a little lower than she did the first couple of innings, or the first inning.
Changeup is over for a strike. Yeah, and that's kind of universal that generally when you get hurt, it's when you get the ball, well, too much of the plate, but also up. Waist high or so is where most hitters really kind of find a sweet spot. Fake throw to first as down on strikes goes Nelson. So 2 strikeouts already in the inning for Foley, and Wahlberg will be the batter. Good mix of pitches there.
Yeah, I was going to say, as a former pitching coach, I noticed that it seems like this second inning here, they seem to be using the changeup early in the count and coming back with the fastball, whereas the first inning it was fastball first and changeup later. So maybe they're on to something here right now, or at least Maple Grove hasn't made an adjustment or identified that yet.
So Izzy Vitens will be batting here rather than Wahlberg. Takes that one for a ball. That one is over for a strike. Right end sitting at 167 on the year. Runner aboard and 2 outs for Maple Grove here in the bottom of the second. Whoa, smashes that one right at the third baseman, Ellis Norman. That was a well-struck ball, but it turns into an out. So Maple Grove in the second, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left aboard after 2 innings here in Section 5. It's 1-0 Crimson.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Top Line member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Bright sunshine after some rainy days here. We go to inning number 3 here in the Section 5 4A softball tournament. Maple Grove leading 1-0. Irondale with their 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up. Ellis Norman, who just made that catch of a rocket right at her. That's why they call that the hot corner. Man, she didn't have any time to react. Just right at her.
I bet her hand might still be stinging a little bit, but she'll probably shake it off and looking forward to batting now.
Norman hitting .217, has driven in 5 runs. Yeah, you don't really ever want to admit it, but she's probably going, ow, that really hurt.
Yeah, I was a third baseman in my high school and Legion career, and yeah, those you're just lucky to protect yourself.
One and 2 count here to Ellis Norman. And a called third strike. Third strikeout in a row going back to last inning for Wahlberg, and now Katie Buchanan will be the batter for Irondale.
Designated player number 1, Katie Buchanan.
Yeah, I think Wahlberg and the pitch caller noticed that the third strike, low outside corner, is a golden spot, and she's been able to hit it 3 times in a row, it seems.
Check swing there. No swing, I don't think. Nope. Not a lot of at-bats for Buchanan this year, as she is 1 for 6. And they did now check, and it is not a strike, so. That one is over for a strike, 1-1. A little bit inside with that one, 2-1. And if you're Wahlberg here, you're conscious of where they are in the order. You just as soon go right at the 8, 9 hitters, and then knowing that you've got, some of their better ones coming right up after. In danger of losing her now, though, at 3-1.
Yeah, you never want the 8 and 9 hitters to set the table for the 1, 2, and 3 hitters. That's for sure.
That one is over for a strike.
My guess is she's going to go low and outside here and try to hit that spot again.
And she does exactly that. Buchanan kind of looked like she was looking for a walk there. Taking a number of pitches there. That one, second straight called third strike. Last 4 batters have now struck out. Cloutier is the hitter.
As the Knights come up the second time around, they should have to be aware of that outside corner and maybe start looking for pitches there early in the count.
And again, this one has popped up. Cloutier, who singled her first time up, this time is going to foul out to the third baseman. We'll get back to that point in a moment here. Knights are done in the third as they go 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, and no one left. We head to the bottom of the third. Crimson up 1-0.
At Top Line Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Top Line member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
And welcome back here to Maple Grove High School. Along with Kurt Cardinal, I'm Jay Wilcox. Thanks for joining us here for Section 5 4A softball. A first-round game. They were moved back twice by rain. Finally getting this first games in on Thursday the 22nd at the 4 sites that are hosting Section 5 play. Ruby Goette leading off the third for Maple Grove. She singled her first time up and takes that one just low for a ball on a changeup from Annalise Foley. Maple Grove had a couple of hits in the first inning, one in the second, and they've hit a couple other balls hard that turned into outs. This one slicing foul down the left field line. Irondale has been solid defensively, in particular the backhand play by the shortstop in that first inning, Archer Norman, but then also a liner right at the third baseman, Ellis Norman, that ended the last inning too. There's a look at our shortstop, Archer Norman, who made a very nice play to get a force out in the first. Goette hitting it hard. That one's going to be through for a base hit. Lead off single in the third, same as she did in the first, and nothing more you love than for your leadoff hitter to jump on one like that.
Yep, hit the ball hard on the ground, up the middle. It's a good spot to get on base, lead off the inning.
Jordan Brewston, the batter. Brewston hit that one that she hit the ball well and hard on the ground. That was turned into a force play on that. And this time going to drive it past the third baseman. Didn't waste any time, went after the first pitch and drills it to left field. And Kurt, you said before this inning that you wouldn't be surprised if the second time around some of these Maple Grove hitters, start to come through and get on base and hit the ball hard, and they've done that so far.
Yeah, but the second time through the order is always the adjustment period of the game. Pitchers and catchers have to adjust to the hitters have to adjust. So it's who can adjust first and best.
Beisel drove the ball a long way to right field to double in a run in the first. So batting here with runners at first and second and nobody out. In a different spot in the order, you might be thinking bunt, but I don't think so with Beisel. I would let her swing away.
No, she's...
And that one is fair, right over the third base bag, and it's going to score a run. Throw coming into third will not be in time. Beisel moves up to second, and it's 2-0 Crimson as Beisel driving in another run. Wow, that one literally was right over the third base bag.
Yeah, I was going to say that I'm sure Coach Coltis is looking for her to drive something in the gap for a double, and she got a double. It wasn't in the gap, but it was a good spot.
Yeah, that works. And we have a great vantage point. That ball was definitely fair. Ava Eiley, the hitter. And chased one down there. So runners at second and third, nobody out. One run already in. Maple Grove trying to break this one open a little bit here, leading it now 2-0. Eiley bounced to third her first time up on a pretty solid play over there by Ellis Norman. That one is a strike. And hits this one hard, but just foul down the left field line.
Boy, both teams are really peppering that third base line.
Yeah, we've had a number of balls hit in that area. Some foul, but quite a few fair as well. This one pounded to short. They're going to take the out at first. Another run will score. As Brewston coming in, Irondale choosing not to play up and try and choke that run off. So it'll be an RBI ground out for Eiley. That's the first out of the inning. Beisel moving over to third. It's 3-0 Crimson. You get another look. And now Gornick will be the batter. And she's drops down a bunt, and it's a beauty. Out at first, but the run will score as Gornick dropping down a beautiful squeeze bunt there.
Now batting the left fielder, number 11,
and almost beat it out as well.
Yeah, it was a great bunt. A nice bare-hand pickup, because I don't think if she picks it up not bare-handed, it's going to be safe. So Good play all around.
Well, and with all the rain we've had, too, the ground is soft, so that really helped that bunt to just kind of die there. Lexi Haug now the hitter, and she's going to try and restart a rally as she drops a base hit into center field here. So Maple Grove with its 4th hit of the inning. Runner aboard with 2 outs, and Zimmerman will hit. Strike there. Zimmerman tried to check her swing but went too far. Zimmerman singled her first time up. Grove putting 3 on the board so far here in the 3rd to stretch their lead to 4-0. And this one lifted out to center and playable and caught for Walsh, but Maple Grove does some damage in the 3rd. They get 3 runs on 4 base hits. 1 runner left aboard. We've completed 3 full now. 4-0 Maple Grove here on CCX Sports.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here to Maple Grove. Adalia Eames leading off the top of the 4th here for Irondale, and fouls that first pitch away. She grounded into a double play, hit the ball right at the second baseman, and Goette made a tag, and then that short flip over. It's kind of a dream double play if you're a second baseman, if it works out that way, where you can get the tag and then just make that short throw. So the Knights, a team that's kind of had some trouble scoring runs. 1-0 was, they were, obviously still right there, but now down 4. They're going to need to get something going here. Right on that one, it fouls it back.
I agree with you, Jay, and they're at the part of the order of 2, 3, 4 in this inning that if they don't get something going here, it'll be at least 2 innings till the meat of the order hits again, so take advantage of your middle of your order now.
Change up, and Eames taking a mighty chop at that one as she was in full protect mode, it seemed. It was kind of funny to see the look on her face. She realized, like, what did I swing at there? But she got a piece of it, and that's all that matters, I guess.
Lives to fight another pitch, that's for sure.
Knocked up the middle. That one's going to get through for a hit. So Eames staying with it and delivers a base hit to start the 4th. And Maria Walsh, as we mentioned, their first time through. Eames and Walsh by far their best offensive threats based on the numbers anyway, and got that one by Zimmerman at short. Walsh doubled her first time up. Drove it to deep left. Ooh, this time looking to bunt. It's going to be foul, though. She was going to have that one beat out, so Eiley was only too happy to let it go foul.
Yeah, I think she caught everyone by surprise with that after that long double the first time up.
Honestly, though, if you're Maple Grove, you'd rather see that than their best hitter swinging away, I think, in this spot.
I would agree with you totally, Jay.
Fouled away. It's interesting. Maple Grove then kind of Still looking for bunt. They were way in on the left side on that pitch. It's now 0-2. You would certainly wouldn't think she'd be bunting anymore in this situation. I'm a little surprised at their infield alignment. They're way up. Wahlberg missing in a good spot there. Make them think about it anyway.
Yeah, the bleacher umpires didn't agree with the umpire on that one.
Lifted out to left field, and this one is playable. The catch made. Throw back to first. Oh, and it hits the runner. It was going to be a close play, but it hit the foot of Eames as she started to slide in. So Audrey Smith will be the hitter. Kind of a questionable base running there. I'm not sure why she was so far off at that point.
Yeah, I was just going to say the exact same thing. She was lucky that she got back and didn't get doubled off there.
And a soft liner at first and a double play. Wow, nicely done there as they ripped it right at Vitens. And we said dream double play for the second baseman earlier. That's the first baseman's version. A liner right to her. Vitens found the bag with her foot. Knights are done in the fourth, courtesy of this play here. No runs, one hit, and no one left. We go to the bottom half of the fourth. Maple Grove leading at 4-0 on CCX.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here to Maple Grove, home of the 2019 state champions in softball. They'd been knocking on the door a few other years, and that time broke through and got that first championship. Lily Nelson leading off here in the second. She was a strikeout victim her first time through against Annalise Foley.
Hey, you mentioned that Maple Grove's knocked on the door a couple times. When I looked up a couple weeks ago, I didn't realize that they actually took second in state 3 other times besides the 1 year that they won it. That's great excellence.
I was at one of those against Stillwater where Maple Grove had the lead, and I'm in my head, I'm mentally kind of celebrating already, and it just didn't quite work out in the end.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, and caught by Foley on a comebacker. Line out to the pitcher. Not the super hard smash that puts a lump in your throat, but it was decently hit ball, and reached out with the glove and snared it.
Yeah, nice reaction time there, and she got done with her follow through. She was in a good fielding position. That's good for a pitcher as well.
Wahlberg is batting in the 9 spot this time through. Takes that one for a ball. Wahlberg hitting a .250 on the season. Takes that one outside. Maple Grove's hit the ball in every inning, but last time was when they put it together the most. They got 3 hits to start the inning, and then A ground out on a squeeze bunt scored an additional couple of runs.
Yeah, I think the second time through they made some adjustments and have been hitting the ball a lot harder and look pretty comfortable in the box against the pitcher.
That one is over for a strike. So full count here to Wahlberg, 1 out, nobody on base, bottom of the 4th. And lifting this one up, going to be the first baseman right just in foul territory, making the catch there as Eames kept her concentration on that one despite some traffic around her. And Ruby Goette will be the batter for Maple Grove. She has been pretty good so far, 2 for 2, 2 singles.
Can't ask for much more from your leadoff hitter than get on twice out of 2 times.
Takes that one for a ball. Changeup floats in for a strike. Goette, late swing on that one, kind of made up her mind late in the process there. 1-2.
Yeah, I think she'd want that swing back. See if she takes care of the last strike then.
That one in the dirt, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. Foley has not yet had a 1-2-3 inning. Trying to do so here in the 4th after retiring the first 2 batters. And lifted up and just going to drop in for a hit. Well-placed ball by Goette. Despite a good effort by the shortstop, Archer Norman, it's just out of her reach, and Goette is 3 for 3. They saw it all right away, but Norman just couldn't quite get there. Was shaded over a little bit toward third. So Jordan Brewston will bat. Runner is going, and the throw down is not quite in time. Good slide by Goette. It looked like the ball beat her there, but got her hand in.
Yeah, looks like the tag was on the upper part of her body maybe.
Ooh, that's awful close. I was ready to say out, and I'm not so sure and seeing it again. I don't know. It was very close. Lifted back, fouling out of play by Brewston.
If this is the major leagues, we go to New York for a video review of that one from 19 angles.
Maybe did get the hand in under that. That's a good look at it there, it seems. Good concentration, too, by the umpire. I mean, I think a lot of times, whether you're talking baseball or softball, a lot of times if the ball beats the runner there, you tend to give the defense a call. Not always accurate, though. She looks like she maybe did get her hand in underneath. Two and 2 count here to Brewston.
As an umpire, they always tell you to wait a second or two and process what you saw before you make your call. I think that umpire did a very good job on that one.
Yeah, and what we saw happen last week in that Armstrong Cooper game where a runner slid into third and then was safe, but then her hand came off the bag and the third baseman kept the tag on and they correctly called her out. That one's in the dirt, and Brewston will draw a walk. It's actually the first walk of the game issued by Foley, so it's been good in that regard. Yeah. Lauren Beisel's been pretty solid so far. First time up, driving it over the right fielder's head for a double. And then the second time she came up in inning number 3, hits it the other way, right over the third base bag. So 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. And this pitch gets away, and the runners are going to move up. So Irondale, after having played a pretty clean game so far, losing concentration maybe a little bit, you get the walk and then a wild pitch. So runners at second and third for Grove with 2 outs, and Boy, the only problem with this is maybe they might choose to walk Beisel here.
Yeah, this is a key thing here for Irondale to be able to stay in the game. Get this out without the 2 runners scoring.
Probably going to pitch carefully to Beisel if nothing else. 2-0 count. That one is over at the knees for a strike. 2-1. Good block there by Audrey Smith.
Very nice block. Moved her body, used her body to block it. I think you're right, Jay. They're pitching around her here at this point.
And that one way up high, so Beisel will work out a walk. Second straight walk given up. So bases full now for Eiley with 2 outs.
This also sets up a force out at any base for the Knights. Makes it a little bit easier to get that third out if it's hit on the ground.
Offensive conference here for Maple Grove. Eiley's grounded to third and then to short. The second time around, she drove in a run. But obviously with 2 outs, Irondale would take a ground ball at a fielder here for sure.
That would probably be the plan, I think. Might be a big spot for one of their captains here. She's been in this position several times throughout her career, and she just needs to take a breath and look to drive something back up the middle.
So Foley has walked the last 2 batters. As we said, I think the one to Beisel was maybe somewhat by design, but now you got a spot where you got to put the ball over. Don't want to walk in and run, and that one again had that little release issue there and skips it into the plate. 1-0. And a tapper gets through the pitcher, but picked up and thrown nicely over to first by Archer Norman. So Foley gets out of trouble. Maple Grove threatens but doesn't score in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 3. After 4 innings full, it's 4-0 Maple Grove.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Welcome back to Maple Grove, and our great thanks to Chanticleer Pizza for helping us present live coverage of this Section 5 4A softball game. After the ball game, great place to go, some great pizza, and we thank them for their support of high school sports on CCX as well here. So an entertaining game, I think in some ways, both teams seeing what they wanted and expected. Irondale hanging in, Maple Grove with that 3-run third, kind of putting a little cushion together. They're taking care of business. They're not blowing it open completely, but they're in command.
Yeah, definitely. I think that Maple Grove is living up to what they've done this year, which is pitch well, play defense, and score just enough runs to win. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised with the Knights. Playing that tough schedule in the Suburban East Conference prepares them for some of the big teams here in Section 5, and they've been handling themselves pretty well. Just having a little hard time generating very much offense at this point, though.
Archer Norman, the shortstop, stepping in to lead it off. She lined to third to Beisel her first time up. I like the demeanor that the Knights have been playing with, too. I mean, they're not looking discouraged or overmatched or anything like that. And sometimes you get to the end of a season where you haven't won a lot, and players are frankly kind of looking to get it over with, and that's not how they look at all today.
Yeah, no, definitely not at all. I did look at their schedule. I mean, it was a tough schedule, but they weren't 10 run or 15 run very many times throughout the season, so they played a challenging schedule and stood up to it.
Hit well to right, but right at the right fielder, so Norman will fly out. Haven't been a ton of outfield outs in this game so far. And Mia Simmons will bat now for Irondale. Took a called third strike her first time up. It was a string of 4 straight batters that Wahlberg struck out. Those are only 4 strikeouts, but 2 in the second and then 2 to start the third. She took care of the bottom of that order in pretty quick fashion. This time back up the middle, deflected by the pitcher. Throw to first is in time. Nice job there by Zimmerman to stay with that one after Wahlberg got a little piece of it.
Yeah, I think it might have, if she didn't get that piece of it, I think it might have been just enough to be able to get through the middle there, but she slowed it down a little bit, and nice range by the shortstop.
1-6-3 on the putout. That was kind of similar to the one that ended the last half inning, except the first one didn't hit Foley, the Irondale pitcher. Maria Myers, the batter now, and reaches out, fouls that one away, and look out, it almost hit camera operator up top of the dugout there.
Who says camera operators aren't athletic? He dived out of the way of that one pretty nicely. Good job.
Myers was a strikeout victim her first time up. Rip and a miss here, had a big cut. Another look at this one. Look out. Way up high and away. And a changeup, swing and a miss, and a 1-2-3-5 for Wahlberg. No runs, no hits, and no one left for the Knights. We head to the bottom half of 5 here. Maple Grove leading at 4-0 here in Section 5 softball.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back, fans of all sorts here enjoying this one. Young future player perhaps, and as I said, some K9 fans around as well here. Maple Grove batting in the bottom of the 5th. Emily Gornick will lead it off. Changeup drifts high and away. She dropped down a squeeze bunt last time up after flying to center field her first time through. Fouls this one away down the right field side. And lifting this one to left field. Ooh, almost overrun a little bit there as Cloutier started to come in just a bit and then realized, and you see her little sigh of relief there as that one got on her a little bit quicker than she thought. She did a good job not panicking. You could just kind of tell, I shouldn't have come in, but stuck with it.
Right, that's always the bane of outfield coaches is when the ball's hit, you take your first step or two in and you can't go back. But she recovered nicely.
Yeah, Lexi Haug, the hitter. And those balls are tough. I mean, a line drive at an outfielder is a lot harder play than any fly ball.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Even if you didn't have to really go very far, which you didn't, they're a lot tougher to read. And even though, you know, you're a long ways from the hitter, that's actually a harder play than like that rocket at third base.
Yes. Could hear out the crack of the bat. That was hit pretty well. Could hear it from here, but I'm sure the left fielder couldn't hear it.
There's a strike. Haug had a single last time up after striking out her first time through. Maple Grove would like to put a little bit more together here and just kind of put this one out of reach. Fouling that one away. That one got away from Foley. Foley's been pretty solid today, as we talked about. You know, certainly not an overpowering pitcher, but he's kept the ball mainly in play. She did have those 2 walks last inning, but one of them may have been, semi-intentional, and it's kind of given her team a chance, and that's what you have to ask for, really.
Yeah, no, I've been impressed. She's not having the 65-mile-an-hour fastball, so she has to work the corners, work the speeds, front to back, left to right, and keep the ball on the ground. She seems to have some pretty sure-handed infielders that will be behind her that are helping her. It's a good combination.
3-2 pitch here to Haug. And a cut and a miss. Pitch that might have been up and out of the zone, but Haug protecting there and swings and misses. So 2 gone, and Sarah Zimmerman will hit now for the Crimson as you get a look at Foley's motion. Got her to chase a little bit there. I think it's fair to say that would have been called a ball if she hadn't swung, but just missed with that one. Zimmerman a single in the second and then a fly to center in the third. Even though it's no fun to get behind schedule, Kurt, I do definitely applaud them for not trying to play in yesterday's weather. I mean, could you have maybe, possibly, but it really makes it not everybody at their full strength to play a game in that kind of conditions, I feel like.
Yeah, no one likes to work hard all regular season long and then have weather become a factor in a section game. And safety is always a concern as well.
Smack down to short. And Norman throwing across. Irondale remains solid in the field. It's a 1-2-3 fifth for Foley. After 5 innings complete, Maple Grove leading it still by a score of 4-0 here on CCX.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
couple more times at bat for Irondale to try and make up this deficit. They trail 4-0. The 8-9-1 spots coming up, though, here in the top of the sixth. Ellis Norman is the hitter here for Irondale. She took a called third strike her first time through. Wahlberg trying to continue mowing him down. She's had an efficient performance, and honestly, the best inning for Irondale was the first. They had a couple of hits, including a double in that inning. Haven't really done a whole lot since.
Yeah, Wahlberg definitely settled down, found the corners, not so much up and in the middle, and she's in a nice groove right now.
Fouled back and out of play. You always kind of have in your head that it favors the hitter when they've seen the pitcher once, but sometimes it can work the other way too. Again, this is I think it's fair to say, a game where both teams came in not really knowing the other's personnel all that much. Cut and a miss, and Norman down on strikes to begin the sixth. And Buchanan will bat for Irondale. Again, just off the outside corner, and Norman swinging and missing.
Usually as the game goes by, if you get that corner in the early innings, it gets a little bit bigger as the second time, third time around the order. It's called proving your strike zone to the umpire, and he or she agreeing with you.
And when you hit the glove, too, I think it just can't help but sway them a little bit when you know, and that's, I'm not saying these aren't strikes. They are.
Yes, they are.
0-2 count here to Buchanan, who struck out her first time up. That one just off. Tried to get her to chase.
Textbook pitching there. Two on the outside corner, and the third one 4 inches outside the outside corner.
And there's a called third strike. Buchanan caught looking for the second time. And 2 gone here. That is strikeout number 7, and Leah Cloutier will be the batter. Buchanan, you get caught looking once, okay, but second time around, I think you got to be thinking you got to be protecting a little bit more.
Yeah, that's on a senior-laden team, you got to be talking about that kind of stuff in the dugout and be prepared for that when you go up there, saying we're taking too many strikes.
In on the hands and fouled away right onto the dugout. Yeah, because that's the one thing of it. If you swing at a pitch that maybe isn't quite a strike, you can still get a base hit. You can still put it in play. But if you take it, then you're kind of leaving it up to somebody else. And again, that's all a big part of this sport in baseball. I mean, if you knew exactly what was going to be a ball and a strike, it would be a lot easier to be a hitter too.
That's right.
That one is low. Cloutier started the ball game with a base hit, and as we said at the time, Irondale showing that they kind of came ready to hit a little bit, but have been largely silent since. And strikeout again, strikes out the side in the 6th inning. Does Wahlberg. Knights go quickly and quietly. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. Maple Grove 4 and Irondale nothing.
Me and my team gon' win tonight. Had a run before, but never twice. Me and my team gon' win the night. Win the night. Win the night.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
And welcome back to Maple Grove High School. Thanks for joining us for playoff softball on CCX as Maple Grove leading Irondale 4-0. And they go to the bottom of the sixth. Mariah Rankin will step in to lead off as a pinch hitter here for Maple Grove, batting in the number 8 spot. Rankin's had 7 at-bats this year and has done well, hitting .429 in those limited chances.
Well, I think if you're Maple Grove here, you would love to just add at least one more here just for a little bit extra margin going into the top of the 7th.
Off the end of the bat, fouling that one away, and it's 0-2. Change up left up high there. And a called third strike as Rankin is caught looking to begin the 6th. Well, what's fair for one is fair for the other. That outside corner has been available to Wahlberg, and that time it's Foley getting it.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Jay. It's like if I was seeing that from the other side, I'd be trying to take advantage of that as well. Nice pitch.
Merritt Wahlberg, the hitter. Fouled out to first, and this one's a liner over the shortstop's head, and it's a base hit. So a 1-out single for Wahlberg. And Ruby Goet will be the hitter. I think we're going to have a runner at first base. We are indeed, as Olivia Froker will run at first.
Now batting number 30, the second baseman, Ruby Goet.
Ruby Goet's been quite good today. 3 for 3 so far. Squared as if to bunt, takes it for a ball. This would be a spot where a bunt certainly would be possible. You want to, extend that lead, as you mentioned, to get it to 5 if possible, but also she's been hot with the bat, so I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Yeah, I think if she falls behind the count here, maybe they will go to the bunt, but as long as she's even or ahead, they're going to let her probably swing based on how hot her bat's been today.
Runner is going, taken for a strike, and easily swiping second there. And so now they don't need to bunt her to second anyway. 1-2. Again, at Irondale, it felt like I didn't hear enough chatter to let their catcher know she was going. Ooh, that one way up high.
I agree. Coaches usually say they're bench players. Your one job is to watch the runner and yell as loud as your lungs can go when you see her stealing. It's probably a culture thing that coach will work on.
Low and away with that one. So now full count here to go at. Runner at second, 1 out. Maple Grove leading 4-0 and trying to extend that here in the bottom of the 6th. And this one knocked into center field for a hit. She's 4 for 4. They're going to hold the runner at third, and then Goet will advance to second on the throw in. So 4 straight singles for Goet.
Number 32, Jordan Brewston.
And Jordan Brewston will be the batter.
Yeah, she hit that one maybe too hard. And that runner from second couldn't score because she hit so hard. Unfortunately, they missed the cutoff there and let another player get into scoring position there.
Brewston would love to put one in play and get a run home. This is going to be caught just at the edge. They're tagging. Wow, here's the throw. Not in time. Throw to third is going to be in time. The run will count. But the Knights end up getting a double play out of it in an unusual fashion as Goed is caught at third. But the run does score and does count as Maple Grove will take a 5-0 lead here after 6.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there because connected, we all do better.
Welcome back to Maple Grove. Once again, our thanks to Chanticleer Pizza for helping present the live coverage here today on CCX Sports. We appreciate their support of high school athletics in the area. We appreciate their great pizza, too. That's first and foremost, and we encourage you to stop on by after games or just anytime and visit Chanticleer. Thanks again to them. Going to have a new pitcher here for the 7th inning for Maple Grove as they've got that 5-0 lead, and Sophia Wallace will come on to pitch. She has pitched in 9 2/3 innings so far this year for the Crimson, so get her an inning of work after a very efficient 6-inning performance by Wahlberg. They have to like what they saw from her today, certainly with 8 strikeouts. And really after that first inning, pretty much sailed along. She gave up a single in the 4th, but it turned into a double play on a line out, and then had 1, 2, 3 innings in the 3rd, 5th, and 6th. So Eames will bat here in the 7th for the Knights. She had a single last time up. Fouling this one away.
Yeah, Wahlberg sure controlled that game and gave her team every chance they could to score and have a comfortable last couple innings here. Sophia Wallace is already scheduled to play softball at St. Mary's next year, so it's good to get a couple innings in here.
Foul that one away. Grounded to second, and Goed flips to first, and that is out number 1. Maria Walsh will be the batter.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11.
Always feels good when you come in as a relief pitcher and get that first out and can work from there with no one on base.
Walsh doubled in the 1st, fly to left field last time up. And bunted foul.
Good idea. What the Knights need now is base runners anyway, and that's a good idea. I just didn't quite execute it like she hoped to.
Outside with that one. I think it's good too to give Wallace a little opportunity here, and you just don't know, you might need her in this section tournament. Fouled straight back.
Never have enough pitchers ready to go and that you trust, and you earn that trust over the regular season, and pitching in like an inning like this. Do the job, and you'll probably get another opportunity later in the tournament.
And sometimes it can be a situational thing too. You need an out in a certain spot, lifted down the left field line, it's foul and it drops in, so still life at the plate for Walsh. Tapper foul there as she was in protect mode.
Try to get the ball in play here. Don't go down looking or swinging. Get that ball in play and try to make something happen.
Fights another one off. Thankfully missed their truck there too.
I take it that truck has probably got a few dents in it from over the years.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Walsh and Wallace in a battle here, and a little slow roller to second, and back-to-back assists for the second baseman Goette. So 2 gone here in the 7th, and that'll leave it up to Audrey Smith.
Goette's been around for several years and played second base for them, and has been a very solid defender the whole time. It's nice to have that in the middle infielder.
Starts her with a changeup and tap foul. Laid off that one, up and away. And fouling it back. With the reshuffled schedule because of the rainouts, there will be Friday play, and Maple Grove would be in line to probably play at Champlain Park. Osseo playing Champlain Park today if the seating holds true. So either way, a nearby rival for Maple Grove, but if the seating holds up, it would be the 2 versus 3 seat with Champlain Park as host. Smacked foul.
That would be a matchup of rivalry that's been going on in softball for many years. Both have been very good teams, and one has to get through the other one usually to get to the section championship game.
Low and away there, and you kind of had Centennial in it. Makes a lot of the years they've been another of the teams that's been fighting it out, and in more recent years, obviously Rogers entering the fray here. 3-2, lifted out to left field, and it's caught. Nice running grab out there in left by Lexi Hewler, who came in defensively there and gets the final out of the game. So Wallace continuing the trend with another 1-2-3 inning for the Crimson as Irondale goes down in the 7th, and Maple Grove will move into the second round winners bracket here with a 5-0 victory here over Irondale. And as we said early in the game, Kurt, kind of in a lot of ways the game we expected to see. Irondale hanging in, but Maple Grove putting together enough to come out and take care of business here.
Yeah, I think actually both teams would be very, very excited about how this turned out. And Irondale did what they wanted to do probably, which is play good, solid against a top-ranked team. Get some confidence going into tomorrow when they will drop down to the losers bracket. And Crimson have to be happy with getting out front early, playing solid on the mound, in the field, and getting just enough hits to put across 5 runs today. So both teams are probably going to be happy on the ride home.
Goette going 4 for 4. Merritt Wahlberg with 6 scoreless innings and 8 strikeouts. Crimson win it by a score of 5-0. Happy Memorial Weekend to you, everyone, and best of luck going forward in the tournament here to the Crimson as they win it again 5-0. For Kurt Cardinal and the rest of our CCX crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. That'll do it from Maple Grove. Thanks for watching high school softball.